tabura na sini kirim panso. Siya tubig pangat. Tari dan Margarita Cholymay. Iso report. Kuliye akaya manen nanginin panuay. Ito ri ang gugur support. Oye si burato lang ah. E burato. Ngayon po apa sa kamsadam ato to lang ah. Gapuriga bolo sa. Nairunig dan nairunig kena bilang siguro nga mo kapati itu lipat leher di rorak leher di dirat inabar ngarok dari kunoten inabai tiri orang sarapun lek mana ke lebih kenapa Edson semua tu amo udaran saya anak penallah
As Dr. G pointed out, it's a traditional way of accepting a person into a different stance, and especially as a woman doing this research, and I'm doing this research using our Chuuk traditional knowledge, sacred knowledge, and I have to get permission. Especially I'm fortunate that traditional chief from my island, where I was born and grew up, is on this island. I had to pay this trip, requesting this chance that he could bring me into this setting. That concludes the traditional protocol bringing me into this setting. And that gave me an empowerment that I can speak in public using our traditional knowledge. And this particular chant is a chant that is often used on our island, bringing in sailing canoe or bringing sailing canoe out of the water. And we know that it's a big task. It cannot be accomplished by only one person. And it usually requires a chant. And I'm bringing this chant into this setting of my research because it's a big task. I cannot do this by myself. And I'm so grateful with the committee members, dissertation committee members, and the research participants, and each and every one of you is here to support me in this task is able to come to this far. And this chant comes like this. I'm going to do the first stanza on the left, and I would ask that you join in. And it has to come out from deep in our gut. We cannot carry this out without putting all of our effort into it. So it's going to be like this. If I say, hey, wait, you're going to follow by saying, hey. The second one is, hey, wait, hey, wait, Elis way, Elis masasa. So we're going to do it together. So I start with, hey, wait, hey, wait, hey, wait, Elis way, Elis masasa. You know, just hearing the sound, I know this can be done with the support of each and every one of us here today. And bring us to the title of this research, Wayfinding, Envisioning a Culturally Responsive Educational System for Chuuk State, Federated States of Micronesia. This is the title, and I'd like to comment on the first phrase, Wayfinding. Knowing that this is a journey, it's related to the real journey in the ocean. every time a sailing boat goes out on a journey, it has a purpose in traveling. They want to go and reach their destination. That's exactly the home of this research. When I started this research with the collaboration of each and every one of us, we have a dream, we have a hope that we're going to accomplish something and reach our destination. And that's the title of this research. And this presentation covers several topics, and it's going to cover throughout the steps or the stages of this presentation. And let me start with the abstract and what this research is about. This research is a qualitative research hoping to identify the core cultural themes that might serve to undergird educational reform in Chuuk. And this research was able to be done using individual participants, using individual interview and focus group. And from this interview and the focus group, it enabled themes to emerge. And there's an overarching theory, which is called FAIL. And I'm going to cover this more in the following slides. The statement of the problem. There are also several of them listed here, but I also like to focus on a few of them. Let me talk about this disconnects between schools and communities. Schools in Chuuk, they are not considered, they are not belong to the community. The community in Chuuk, they see the school as something that is not part of them. And you can see the picture on the left. It shows an example of how the people treat the classroom with a lot of vandalism, and they tear down the screen, something like that. And that's another problem that is leading to this research. And another one that I like to say a few words about it is soaring illiteracy. We can go on to the next slide, and I can say a few words on this. For the past several years, there's tests that is considered standardized test by our national government, and usually it's given to 6th grade, 8th grade and 9th grade throughout the states in the Federated States of Micronesia. And you can note on the far end, Chuuk notes to be always lowest on those tests. And another example here, if there's entrance test into our College of Micronesia. And for 7 years, beginning of 1994 to 2000, you can see on the bottom here. While other schools in the other states in FSM, they cut like 38 number of students who would pass the entrance test from 1994 to 2000. Yet you see Chuuk is always one digit number of students pass the entrance test. This is an example of a problem that guide this research to be carried out. Continuation of the problem statement of this research. A research that was carried out in 2009 by somebody called Leche. We studied the school system in Chuuk. The finding is, it is no secret that the Chuuk State school system is entirely of substance change. And our previous governor of the Chuuk State, Honorable Governor Seminar, he requested assistance from the national government, the president of our national government, requesting assessment of the school system. Is that something that also supports the statement, proper statement of this research? I like to comment on the slide first. In Chuuk, there's no government land. Land is all belong to the government cannot pay the owner of the land, the owner can come and close the buildings down. That's an example of the kind of problems our school system is faced. And the purpose statement of this research hopes to identify, works with the Chuukese people to identify cultural values, practices and knowledge that can be used in educational reform. And from the findings, it hopes to use reforming the schools. These are the main purpose of this research. This study or this research is guided by 3 major research questions. The first one is hope to have the research participants to identify or evaluate their experience of what education means to them. And number 2 is also asking the participants to identify the core values, practices and knowledge in the Chuukese culture that they may think that can guide education in Chuuk. And the last one is how might these values or practices and knowledge can be used in informing the education in school, in Chuuk educational system. The process of how this study was carried out is presented throughout these pages. And I like to point out, start here. The research begins with the individual interviews using the research questions that I have already talked about with the individual participants. And from the data that gathered from the individual interview, it was done in Chuukese, and I was able to transcribe word for word. And from the transcription, it was translated into English language. And that was the data. And in order to have members check, I returned all the data back to the participants and hoping that they can put the data and confirm it whether their words were accurate after the transcription and the translation. And this is the first step that I followed. And from here, I used grounded query coding cycle that follows 3 stages: open coding, axial coding, and selective coding. And through this, I was able to pull out themes using referring back to the 3 questions and being able to identify themes, key themes from the responses for the 3 research questions. And it's from these 3 themes over here were used as guided questions in discussion in the focus group. Also that, we don't come strong. You come in respect. And if you do that, people will see the importance. They can little by little. And I know it's a difficult question, but I see it can be done if the whole society supports. They see the importance, the life of our people, in the improvement of our school system. Can I say something? Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. Mark, you should stop. You're my inspiration. I love you. Mar is one of my very, very best friends.
She used to be my teacher at one time at the College of Micronesia, and she did so well at Margarita. Last week we met, and I was asking her, how are you gonna implement this in Chuuk? How are you gonna do about it? So I think we should talk to the legislature. But the problem that we women have in Chuuk is, we're secondary in everything. It's the men that do the things and they control. So we just need to work hard, work with the men, and with the existing schools, education, then we can come in, merge in slowly and gradually, and incorporate what we have in the research. I think some of the schools in Chuuk, they're doing it now. Like they feel that the community will come in and they will. But the places in Chuuk, we can see. I used to be on the board of education with Margarita, a few years back in Chuuk, and the problem that we had and we still have in some places is the feeling of ownership. We think that the government is for the schools are for the government, and they're supposed to clean it, they're supposed to nurture it, and we just send our kids to learn. That's it. And we're not gonna take part in it. That's our mentality, and I think we the women can change that idea. So, Mar, we're gonna be behind you all the way till we go to our grave. Thank you so much.
Ikanay basak par apa saya kilis sunguruk mar. Dari dan kami pungun nun osa boy talap ngeri kami at merengin. Amuleset kagu takar. Sisitu ni kagu amuleset kesimbiya. Italap mi au cia. Me ta sa covid ebutak covid. Me ta sa tong ni ebus ebutak bis. Iwan ampai au cia. Italapan atin losap na naging losap ng suko. Ikanay yan mak karampay. Reno italap amuleset kagutika. Sutap.
This is Honorable traditional leader from my island. He has the title. He's carrying the title. He just shared a very, very important proverb, which is very hard to explain. That's so significant. It's like even while you're swimming in the ocean, you still can build fire. Even while you're swimming in the ocean, you still can build fire. That's something that is considered to be very impossible. But he's using it to all of us here, because anything can be possible if we work hard. And again, this is something very significant we can walk away with. I'd
like to say something. Mike. Okay. Hi. Hi everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm from New Jersey, and I worked in the Pacific for 2 or 3 years, specifically the Marshall Islands. And next month I'm moving to Chuuk. I'm staying there for 5 months. My work is going to be related to Gallaudet University. It's the only university for deaf people in the world. And I'm going to be volunteering to work with deaf children and supporting them, their rights, their educational opportunities for deaf children in the Pacific, because deaf people are lacking, deaf children are lacking language, self-expression skills. So seeing you present, and I wanted just to take everything in, your Chuukese traditions, your values, your beliefs, and really incorporate that with the educational system. It's inspired me as a deaf person because I want to do the same thing for the deaf children in the Pacific. And I went then to become self-starters, really taking control of their lives and becoming people that the people that they really can be, and being fully incorporated into the community. I want to thank you for taking that next step as a female and as a Chuukese, as a Pacific Islander, and becoming self-reliant and really advocating for your community instead of having the white oppressor, the white person coming and changing everything for you. It really is better to have local impact on the growth, and that will make things so much stronger. So again, thank you so much.
These people enable anything to be done.
Could I hear something from your mom?
My mom is expressing her, she appreciates everything. So she doesn't speak English. She's expressing what she feels by saying thank you to each and every one of us. The local people. Yes.